Hello and welcome back to my channel. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Saskia and I've done 4 years at uni and I'm about to go do another 3/4, and I thought I'd make a video about my university regrets. And obviously if you follow my channel you know I'm not going to be like, oh my god, I went clubbing too much. I went to a club maybe like 3 times. That's not the kind of things that I think my regrets particularly will be. I thought I'd talk about my university regrets, and this is kind of similar to my things I wish I knew before uni or advice to students, but it's obviously going to be a bit more personal to me. Disclaimer, I guess, if you want some context, I'm autistic, I'm an introvert, I don't really like people, I'm a perfectionist, I'm a high achiever, I don't really have many friends. I feel like that's the kind of thing that's going to give some good context for this video. My first regret, and I'm sure if you know me you'll be saying, Saskia, this is absolutely not true, is I don't think I was enough of a nuisance. Yeah, I did make several complaints, but I don't think I absolutely could have complained more. I could have made more problems for the university. So, for instance, yes, I complained quite a lot. I was well within my right to do so, and if you're going to teach me about the complaint process, if you're going to have a complaint process, I'm going to use it. There was one complaint I submitted that the grounds of the complaint could have been used by every single student in that cohort. As in, had I wanted to cause problems, I'd have gone in that WhatsApp chat with every other student and gone, by the way everyone, if you submit a complaint with this wording about this particular thing, you will get another chance to do this assessment. Because everyone was eligible for that. I could have caused more problems. I would have liked to not necessarily complain more, discuss more with lecturers, but I don't think they would have been up for that. As in, if I get a grade, I'm either just okay fine, or I'm pissed off and I want to yell at someone. I think I want to discuss that with a lecturer at some point. I want a lecturer to actually explain why they're giving you a grade, because if it was in an exam period, you would just get 5 exam grades back at once, or you get your final grades back, but you wouldn't have any feedback on it. As much as I didn't necessarily need the feedback, I think I should have asked for the feedback for the sake of having it. I think there are things I could have asked lecturers more, but I didn't particularly have a lecturer that I was with. All of the lecturers were more with me because they hated me. I'm sure if I asked for a freedom of information request about any time my name's been mentioned, it wouldn't be great. I wish I'd had almost that person. I wish my tutor had been better and I'd used my resources more. I think even though I didn't necessarily like my tutor, I should have just annoyed them more. I should have been you know what, babe, I know I'm only in first year of uni, but what the fuck am I doing? You don't get told a lot of things. I was just kind of doing things for the sake of doing them. I didn't have a career plan. I still don't really have a career plan. And these career seminars and things, absolutely useless. I should have gone and pestered my tutor and gone, hey babe, can you explain to me this? Or can we have a meeting about career prospects? Because I don't know what to do. I should have done that. However, I moved through 3 different tutors, so none of them liked me. Similarly with not taking complaints further, another fun fact about another complaint I submitted, I think I had a meeting with someone about the complaint and they were basically you can't take this any further. Or they were we were advising you not to take this any further because there's no point. I was I'm going to take it further, and it was immediately accepted. I absolutely could have probably gone further with a lot of my complaints and should have gone further rather than just taking lecturers on what they'd said, because turns out they lie a lot. Basically my first regret is that lecturers all sucked, but I still should have used my lecturing based resources. I should have made a lecturer a bestie, but that was hard because I didn't like them and they didn't like me. Just girly things, just no respect for authority, autism things. My second regret is similar to the first one, but more specific in the sense of I didn't know enough. Not necessarily in an academic way. I was fine academically, I had no academic based issues, but I didn't know what I wanted to do post-uni. I didn't know what the options were, and again I should have pestered. Because I think in our careers advice, it was basically just if you want to do clinical, you're going to need a lot of work experience, and you're not going to get into clinical. Oh, you can do health psychology. We have a really good master's for that. That was it. I was great. I don't care. I think I didn't know what I wanted to do post-uni, which made it harder for me to research what I wanted to do, pester people about it. Like, it wasn't like I knew I wanted to do a clinical job and I could speak to a clinical psychologist and go, hey, how did you get into this? It was that I was like, okay, I don't know what I want to do. I don't have any thoughts about what I want to do. It was very much, I didn't have any thoughts of what I wanted to do post-uni. There were no ideas of what I wanted to do post-uni. I didn't know what disciplines I could actually work in. They always tell you, like, oh, psychology is really versatile, you can apply for all of these things. But they also don't tell you, like, how to do that. Like, yes, you can apply for, like, a HR job with psychology, but how am I meant to kind of get a HR job with psychology? How am I meant to tailor what I've done to link it to psychology, to link it to HR? I think because obviously I didn't know what I wanted to do, and there was not really many resources on anything about that, I wasn't aware of a lot of things. And I think that's something I mentioned in my other video. It was like, I didn't know grad schemes existed. I think I was aware that grad schemes existed, but again, I didn't know when you apply for them, what grad schemes existed. Again, I didn't know what I wanted to do, so I didn't know what grad scheme I would even want to apply for. It would have been great if I'd known what I wanted to do in second year so that I could have in third year applied for grad schemes. Because essentially in third year I was just like, fuck it, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'll do a master's. And then in my master's I was like, I don't know what I want to do. I applied for 100 jobs, 100 PhDs. I know I like research and I know I like uni. You might be about to type in your comments, Saskia, you literally hate uni. No, I just hate a lot of lecturers. Like, I enjoy the experience of being in university, I enjoy the experience of researching. I've just not had great experiences of being in university. But I think there were some people, I think generally in psychology you have 5% of people, I'm gonna be a clinical psychologist, I'm gonna do it. Everyone else doesn't fucking know what they're gonna do. Those 5% that want to be a clinical psychologist probably won't be one, but there are a couple of people that don't know what they want to do will. I don't know how we're meant to help the don't know what they want to do's. I don't know what I can go into. Like, yes, theoretically you can Google what can I do with my psychology degree and it will tell you all these things, but I don't know how you get on the first rung of the ladder for a lot of these careers. Even like research jobs, how do you know that you want to go into research? Because in your undergrad degree, I didn't do any research. I didn't do any like primary data collection or anything proper. How would I know if I want to work in research if I've never done it before? Like, I took every single opportunity and I still didn't know. You know, I still wasn't any clearer after taking all of these opportunities to know what I wanted to do with myself or what I could do with myself. And like, I don't necessarily have a way to overcome this. I don't necessarily have a solution for this. But I think it's something to be aware of, is that it is stressful to not know what you want to do. So anytime you're in a lecture, if they mention a job, write it down and go and research what it is. Research your actual lecturers and see where have they worked, what jobs have they done. Have an idea of like options. Not necessarily that like, oh my god, I definitely want to do research, but have an idea of, there's a policing grad scheme and that could be interesting. Or, oh, I want to work in the NHS maybe. Of just options that exist so that you have something going for you. I think another one of my regrets is not doing enough soon enough. And this is, again, this is not academic. This is in terms of societies. And it obviously is slightly affected by the fact that I joined uni in 2020, COVID year. There was no lectures. Societies were basically closed. You couldn't really do anything. But there were a lot of societies that, like, obviously I researched and I wrote them down and then I never attended. Like aerial hoop, I had that written down from the very first week of uni that I wanted to do that, and I didn't do it till third year. And like, yeah, I made some nice friends in third year, but I could have made friends in first year of uni and had them all the way. Like, I'm fine with the fact I didn't have many friends, but you know, it would have been nice socially. Like, the people I met at hoop were lovely. I wasn't necessarily going to socially interact with them outside of hoop, but it was nice to have that social interaction. Like, hoop, I should have joined earlier. I should have just bit the bullet of, even if no one wanted to go with me, which Jess actually did want to go with me and I should have just gone with Jess. I should have just gone earlier, been okay with the fact that I was nervous about it, because when I went in third year for the first time, I was still nervous about it. me being in third year, I was in fact probably more nervous because I was like, oh my god, everyone here's gonna be 18 and I'm 21. Not that that's like much of a difference, but I was still like, all these people have 3 more years of hoop and I'm gonna do 1 year of it. Same with things like netball. I joined 3 netball societies and I wish I'd have stuck at all of them. The one I stuck at I think is probably the one I would have stuck at. It was my subject one, so it was kind of a smaller thing. I was also in my halls of residence one, which I think is the first one I kind of got properly involved in. It was just a bit inconvenient for training, and I then kind of got distracted by the fact that I got involved in the first one and I was like, oh my god, I can't do this much. I could have probably done that much. And then I was involved in a STEM one. STEM one was the nicest one. They were really nice to me. I didn't care about playing in matches for the STEM one. I was just like, you know what, I just want to come to a training where people are going to be nicer to me. So I wish I'd have stuck at all of these things because I had the money to afford these. I could have afforded hoop. I could have afforded, you know, membership fees and all of this, but I just didn't do these things. And I think even if I'd quit these societies not long after, I should have joined them. Because in my masters I joined pole and you had to kind of pay as you went, of like you'd pay per session rather than with hoop you paid for the whole bundle, so it was very easy to go for all 10. Whereas with pole it was harder to do it on and off, and it was also at the same time as netball, but I'm glad I still tried. I think I wish I would have just tried more in first year. Like even in masters they had a Taylor Swift society and I didn't join it. I love Taylor Swift. I should have joined a Taylor Swift society. But I didn't, and there was no real reason that I didn't, because again, I had the money and I had the time, but I just didn't join it. I think my final regret is almost the opposite of I think what a lot of students have a regret. I was so financially anxious, terrified of spending money. I think I had a few periods of time where, like the first time I got my student loan, I was like, and I was still scared of spending money. Like I looked at my bank account and I was like, shit, this is a lot of money. Like I've never had this kind of money before. And I was still scared to buy things. Like I went on one social and I was like, I need to buy a white dress because I think I had to dress up as an angel or something. And I was like, right, I can only go to a charity shop. No, I have like 3 grand in my bank account. I can go and buy an actual white dress. Like I was so financially anxious for no good reason. Like yeah, it was nice to finish uni very rich, but considering I burned myself the fuck out in first and second year doing tutoring, I should have been spending more money. I'm not saying that, you know, any money you earn you have to spend, but like for the amount of money I was earning, I don't think I was treating myself enough. Or like my version of a treat would be like on a Sunday I'd go to Superdrug and I'd see if they had anything on discount, and they kept discounting like Pepsis and Cokes, and I'd buy like 5 cans of Pepsi for 5p each, and I'd go, yay! And that would be like my treat for doing 45 hours of tutoring. Well and good being like budgeting and being a little bit like, you know, financially savvy, you know, not spending all your money at once. But considering I was on maximum student loan, 2 grand bursary, I had a bursary from sixth form that I hadn't spent, where I got £400 a term. Then I had, then I got a technology grant that I didn't spend all of. Then I was working, and I was working as a tutor and part-time in a charity shop. I had all of that income, and I was also starting to get YouTube money and TikTok money and selling my notes. Like, I should have just spent money. Like, it didn't necessarily have to be on social things. Yes, it would have been nice for me to spend it on societies and going out and things and just like saying yes more, but even just spending on being like, I want this face mask, I'm gonna buy this face mask. Like I really struggle spending money regardless of how much money I have. Like I think I got an Amazon gift card the other week and I was like, oh my god, I can finally buy more skincare. I could have bought it without the Amazon gift card, but like seeing that money leave my bank account would have been terrifying. But if it's on a gift card, it's free, so it's not really leaving my bank account, so I'm okay. Like, I feel like that last one is not one that everyone's going to relate to because not everyone's family is poor. I know everyone burns themselves out working, basically just has a bit of a struggle time, but yeah, I should have just spent more money. I feel like I went to uni, and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna be so independent, and then I wasn't, and then I was independent, but my version of being independent was just, I'm just gonna like live on my own and like not interact with other people and like not do other things and like not buy things and like not spend any money, and like if we want to get deep about it, it's because I wasn't restricting my food anymore. I had to restrict something. Ooh, who said that? Anyways, on that lovely positive note, I'm gonna end the video there. Those are my regrets. Basically, should have been more annoying. Yeah, I was already quite annoying, but should have been more annoying. I didn't fucking know anything about anything non-academically, and I should have figured it out. I don't know how I would have figured it out, but I should have figured it out. I was being not involved in anything, and I should have been involved in everything, and basically anytime I had a thought that was like, oh my god, I want to join this society, I should just fucking joined it. I should have spent more money and stopped being such a little bitch about it. There's some pent-up self-hatred in there somewhere. I mean, I'm sure I've got some bigger scale regrets, like, yeah, Southampton kind of sucked, but without Southampton, wouldn't have met changes. Yeah. Also, I wouldn't have got 2 anniversaries, so live, love, money. So, yeah, those are my regrets. They might not apply to everyone. You might be watching this video going, oh my god, no one fucking cares. Well, if you made it this far, I think you did care, so turn your ad block off, watch all my videos, comment, love my channel. I might be about to film another video about how much I hate Barbie and her sisters, so I'm just kind of getting I'm getting the rage built up, you know. I'm just beginning the process of hatred. Yeah. Anyways, hope you didn't hate this one. If you did, that's fine, but can you still like it? Thank you.